Hey everybody, my name is Josh LaFleur from Lane Star Piano. Today we're going to be talking about the difference between relative pitch versus perfect pitch. So perfect pitch is the god-like quality that people view it as you're this supremely talented, savant, gifted human being of a person who can hear any note anywhere and know exactly what that note is. So perfect pitch is if I just pick a random note on this piano behind me and I play it, you know the exact note that's being played. Not only do you know the exact note, but you know the octave that it's in, and you don't need any kind of reference to that. So I could turn the piano on right now, pick a random note in the silence of this room, play it, and you can tell me exactly where I played it, the exact name of that note. That's perfect pitch. Not only that, but you can also, if I play a chord, say I play a C major chord, you could pick out the individual notes within that chord. So you could tell me if I played a first inversion C major, second inversion C major, if I played some kind of combination, let's say I played C at the bottom, then I played the closest G, and then I played E way at the bottom, like 2 octaves down. You could tell me that no problem. And not only that, but also when you think of like diminished chords, you think of seventh chords, major seventh chords, things like that. Somebody with perfect pitch, again, with no relative noise that they're working from, they could just hear it in a vacuum by itself and tell you exactly what that note or what that chord is. Now, it doesn't have to be just with the piano. Obviously, it can be another instrument. It can be a clock alarm going off or something like that. They even know the pitch of that and they can give it a name. Now that is perfect pitch. Like it says, it's perfect for the most part. There might be a few discrepancies or maybe a few issues that people have where they can't hear everything perfectly, especially if it's a super complicated chord or something like that. They might not be able to hear the individual parts, but for the most part, they can hear pretty much anything. Now, the flip side of that is what's called relative pitch. Relative pitch, like the name implies, is you need some kind of relative note to work from. So in my last example, I said you can just play any note on the piano if you have perfect pitch and you know the exact name of the note that you're playing. Somebody with relative pitch, they would have to hear something first and then think about how far the distance is from the first note that they heard to the note that is being played. Okay. So for example, if I play a middle C on the piano and then I play the next C up, someone with really good relative pitch could say, yes, that's an octave. That's an octave difference. You played C in the beginning. I know that because you told me. I know that was a C. And then you play the next C up. And they can basically hear things if they have a relative position, if they know where they are. Okay. That's the key difference. Now, somebody who has really, really good relative pitch, it might seem like they have perfect pitch because they're so good and they're so fast at identifying the notes or the chords that are being played, but they're still working off that primary first initial sound or note or chord that they heard, and then they're kind of figuring out in their mind the distance, how far it is from that one, from the first note to the second, to the second to the third, third to the fourth. They're figuring all this out, but they're doing it so fast that they can play a song instantly on command just by listening to it, but they still need that relative note. So that's the big difference between relative pitch and perfect pitch. One person doesn't need any relative notes or chords, they can identify it immediately. The other person needs at least one. Okay. And you can still be a great musician. You don't have to have that godlike quality of perfect pitch to be great at what you do or to even be good at identifying songs by ear. Relative pitch is something that you can work on. There's a ton of videos on YouTube for free that'll show you how to do that. There's also apps that you can download on your phone that will teach you how to get better at identifying intervals, which really is what you need to know if you are going to just be using relative pitch. So I hope that helps. My name is Josh from Late Star Piano.